you so much. Oh, my Lord, the National playing and that happened? That was the best moment of my life. We don't even have to do the show. This is just a bonus now. That felt so good. We should take turns. Each of you should come up one at a time just to feel that. Diseases that are forming will go away. That was a magical experience. Sincerely, thank you, Chicago. This is amazing. Feeling good. Good to be here. This theater is way too nice for the jokes I'm about to tell. Look at this ornate, gold-colored... Diarrhea! You ever get it? You know, Oh, good, you're good. I really want this to go well. This is all I have to do today. So we can't have this go badly. I can't go back to my sad hotel, head hitting the pillow like, what was that? That was my special? No, you're good, you're good. Sometimes I get scared. Is that a relatable premise? Sometimes I'm frightened. Like recently I was at a bar and I ordered over somebody. I didn't mean to, but there was a smaller man in front of me. You know, like 5'1", and I ordered over him like a rainbow order. I didn't mean to, I promise. I wasn't trying to be a badass. I was like, white wine, please? Whatever's fresh. Pinot? Pinot? Yeah, Greece, not Noir? And it must have already happened to that guy earlier that night, because he went from 0 to furious just like that. He spun on his tiny heels. He was just like, you motherfuckers, I've been standing up for that. I got afraid. And when you get afraid, the human body has no good ideas. It's all evolution. It's all fight or flight. So the first thing normally when you're afraid is it makes your shoulders go up. That's its brilliant idea. Have you ever noticed when you're afraid, you're like, ah! That's your brain going, protect the neck! Don't let it get the neck. We keep everything in the neck. So your shoulders go up, and then oftentimes you'll cross your arms too, because these are your loins. Well, no, these aren't, loincloth this down. These aren't your loins, this is your stomach. These are your, just learning together in a safe space. This is your stomach. But you have to protect your stomach too, because if a lion swipes you on your stomach, that's a kill stroke. You'll watch your intestine just unravel like 8mm film, just like, oh, I'm about to pass. So you have to cross your arms and the shoulders go up. This is a scared pose, you know? Like stand-up is scary. That's why you see a lot of stand-ups up here being like, so Triscuits are coming out in new flavors. Sour cream and onion, how about just sour cream, huh? What the fuck else is going on? That's because we think you're gonna lunge at us somewhere in our lizard minds. But whenever I get afraid of a human being, I always remember one simple thing that you can use as well, which is that everybody sleeps. You're welcome. If you are afraid of a person, just remind yourself, they sleep. They sleep. This guy's yelling at me, I got afraid. I just remembered in 5 hours, this same scary man was gonna be like, flipping the pillow to the cool sign. Oh, I need it. That's not scary. That is the opposite of scary. What is sleep, though? Seriously, what is it? I know we all do it, but I think it's just another assumption that we all take for granted. We're just like, all right, with your roommate, it's midnight. Gonna go in my room, I'm just gonna lay down, gonna close my eyes, I'm gonna remain. So if you need me, I'll be in there remaining. But what is it? Explain sleep to an alien that doesn't sleep. I couldn't do it. I could explain food. I could be like, I need energy, so I eat an apple, so I can use the energy that's in the apple. I'd be like, okay. Anything else? Yeah. At night? Regardless of how much energy I've consumed, I just have to shut it down. I shut it down for like 8, 9, sometimes 12 hours. Sounds boring. No, my brain plays movies that I'm in. Sometimes they're scary. What is a nightmare? I just have a bunch of questions for you guys. What is a nightmare? Let's figure this out. What is a nightmare? A nightmare is you scaring you. It's hot you-on-you action. What the fuck? I had a dream the other night, a nightmare. I was walking down a hallway. I made the hallway. I saw a box. I made the box. I thought, hey, what's in that box? Didn't know. Opened it. It was overflowing with cobras. And they attacked me. I made the box. I made the cobras. I asked. I said, what's in the box? Brad Pitt style. What's in the box? But your brain is a fucking asshole. And it was like, no, don't tell him. I want to see what he does. He? What he? Us. You want to see what us does? Because your brain is an asshole. Yeah, I said it. Your brain is an asshole. It doesn't love you all the time. Think about it. Your brain could make you happy all of the time for no reason whatsoever. Any moment it wants to. It has all the ingredients. Dopamine, adrenaline, endorphins. It's all up there. Your brain is just a withholding piece of shit. It has the good stuff sequestered in the corner. Like, you want to feel good? Yeah? You want to feel real nice? Go for a jog. Give me the goods, because I'm the commander-in-chief. That's an order. But it won't, because your brain's a dick. But I'm a silly, silly fun boy, right? And one of the reasons is I've recalibrated my brain to reward me for the things I am doing, not the things I could be doing. And that's what I think you should do. That's one of the keys to happiness. Love yourself for what you are doing, not what you could be doing. Too many people, too many people are going around waiting for something phenomenal, like, I'll love me when I discover a new body of water. That's when Steve will love Steve. Like, we found them, Steve. We found all of them. So, what's that? That's Lake Michigan. The search continues. Love yourself for what you are doing. That's what I do. Like the other night, I was sleeping and I discovered a new sleeping position. I wasn't planning on this. I was just improvising. And I discovered a new one, on the stomach 4. Woo! Woo! That'll put you deep on the stomach 4. And I knew I had done something by my own standards. So I woke myself up from a deep sleep to lift my head off the pillow and go, you're killing it, and went back to bed. Endorphins, 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 endorphins. I don't mess with my joy quota, man. Neither do you. That's why you're here. To cash happy checks, to live your life. Good for you. I keep an eye. You gotta keep an eye on your joy quota. 1 month, it was low. And I don't go to a lot of music concerts. Yeah. Further evidence by the fact that I refer to them as music concerts. Like a narc in the parking lot. You guys want to smoke some chronic and get faded? Yeah! Leaning on my van that says DEA. Want to do some underage drinking? But I don't go to a lot of concerts, but my joy quota was low. And you're going to think I went as a joke. I didn't. I bought tickets to see, don't judge, to see Enrique. Okay. Yeah. Enrique Iglesias, that's the right response. That is the right response. I bought tickets to see Enrique. I should say I bought ticket. No one would go with me. I offered to drive, I offered to pay. I went alone. I was the only man there alone. The only white man there alone in his 30s, just standing in a sea of Latina children. Just Latina girls, like Latina niñas. And just me, and they're the ocean, and I'm the lighthouse, just like, you can run, you can run. Just best show I've ever seen. 4 times I went like this. 4 times, it was amazing. Now this is what makes this a story. I actually go to so few concerts that I swear to God, I literally forgot that encores are a thing. That's a silly tradition we have, that the band pretends the show is over. The Rolling Stones go in the wings like, should we go out yet? Yeah. Like that. So I forgot that that was a thing. So Enrique sang what I thought was the last song, left the stage, the lights came up. I was the only one standing there like, what? He didn't play hero. Why wouldn't he play Hero? That's like his biggest song. Niñas, ¿dónde está Hero? Quiero escuchar Hero. ¿También? ¿También? Can I upgrade this quiero to a queremos? See? Hero, Hero. All the Latinas started chanting Hero. Started a little revolucion. It started very, very quickly. And it wouldn't be a good story if Enrique just came back out and sang Hero. That's not a story. And I'm not here to waste your time. This is a story. We were in the cheap seats, the bad seats. But I didn't know about 3 feet in front of me, there was a second stage, a secret stage about the size of a cocktail table that lowered down, listen to me now, and Enrique fucking Iglesias rose up like Han Solo being released from carbonite, like Christ on the third day, wearing that army hat he wears like he's fighting and winning a sexy, sexy battle. He's just like, I can be your hero. It was amazing. Suddenly the bad seats are the good seats. A whole tidal wave of Latinas floods over, and everybody's freaking out, and the music for Hero starts to play. And he goes, I need a volunteer. That is not how he sounds. I need a volunteer. Stay thirsty, my friends. He goes, I need a volunteer. It wasn't me. Some of you are thinking it was me. I would have broken a lot of preteen hearts if I was like, I'll do it. Would you dance? Everyone's crying. It wasn't me. He pointed to a young woman in the front row and he goes, you, are you 18? He said it into the mic. It wasn't like a private question, like, you, are you 18? I can't get sued again. Enrique can't get sued again. It was part of the show, and she goes, see? And no fucking C was she 18. She was 15 if she was a day. The light was dancing off her braces. But he was like, close enough, and he brought this woman onto this tiny stage, and he started grinding on her, singing Hero. 15, her fucking learner's permit fell out of her back pocket. I can feel some of you being very white and judging, but if you were there, we were all like, bailamos! And she loved it. She was crying, she was shaking. It was like her quinceañera and her prom and losing her virginity all in one 3-minute ballad. So you can judge if you want, but it was great. It was statutory great. Now, this is a new year for me, man. I have some life goals this year. One, I would like to get to a point in my own personal confidence where I can tell a cab driver not to text while he's driving me. Sounds like a joke. No joke. I can't do it. I just want him to like me. I'm just like, multitasking, cool. You calling an Uber to race? Neat. You got to do something way worse for me to speak up. This actually happened. I was in a cab, just a regular cab in New York City, on the highway. We're going about 60 miles an hour. Driver starts driving with his knees. So I perk up. Something is about to happen. And then he leans over to the passenger seat, opens a case of some sort, takes out a flute. Are you listening? Takes out a flute. And not to just admire the flute, like, that's my fucking flute. He took out a flute, a two-handed wind instrument, and started playing the fucking flute. Just like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And I get it. It's hard to find practice time. I understand. But maybe wait till you hit a red light before you bang out those scales and keep the fingies loose, okay? So this happened on Earth, in a car, filled with oxygen. We were both alive. And I had to lean forward, and I said, Sir, I can't believe I have to say this, but could you please not play the flute? Just while we're driving. And this is the part that makes this a story, is he acted like I was crazy. He's like, what? What's your problem? What's your problem? What's your problem? I was like, fucking admit it. I caught you flute-handed. Even if you're alone, if you're playing the flute driving, you're like, this is pretty fucked up. Just say you're sorry. The giveaway was the flute music. I'm sitting in the back like, that sounds live. Another goal for this year, this is the year that I would like to understand the trumpet. I don't want to play it. I just want to get it. Listen to me now. 3 buttons, Excuse me. 3 buttons, and it plays all the notes? Fuck's going on? I want answers. Sometimes they're pushing 2, sometimes they're pushing none. That doesn't add up to 12, I checked. I like a more straightforward brass instrument, like saxophone. He's got no secrets. Button a note, baby. Sax looks you right in the eye when he shakes your hands. Oh my God, Chicago, that joke never works. That joke never works. I wish you could come on the road with me just to see me in other towns, like 3 buttons, and they're like, talk about your dick! It should be an easy laugh. I'm an easy laugh. I am an easy laugh. I don't know why people always make fun of people that are easy laughs. They're like, look at that fucking idiot. Walking around, chuckling and feeling joy and silliness through all of his days. What a fucking moron. Worse than that, people are proud of being hard laughs. Hard laughs. They go around like, yeah, I laughed at that movie, and I'm a hard laugh. It's hard to make me laugh. I'm like, yeah, work on that. What are you, Nosferatu? Let some sunlight onto your goddamn soul. Like, no, I got barbed wire around my heart. Nothing gets in or out. You gotta trick me to make my joy noise. I'm a comedian. I hope that's apparent. I'm a comedian. We're supposed to be jaded, cynical, angry people. I am an easy laugh. I work at it. I stretch this shit out every day. I'll give you an example. All week, I've been laughing to myself just remembering that Lenny Kravitz... His name is Leonard Kravitz. That's it. No twists or turns on that one. Lenny Kravitz, the coolest man in the world. When he picks up a package, he goes, hi, Kravitz, Leonard, that is a dork name. That's a dork name. Don't let the red pants and the sweet solos fool you. That's a nerd name. That's the word nerd in it. Leonard! The coolest man. I think joy is hiding everywhere. You just have to look for it. Like, I told this story before, but whenever I fly in a t-shirt that I don't care about, because I don't know why, but when I fly, I always get very sweaty. I get picked up, I get pit stains, I'm glistening. My friends are like, have you been jogging? I'm like, no, just sitting still in the sky. Do you have any Gatorade? So I always fly in a t-shirt that I don't care about. Now, I've been given the shirt twice as a gift. It's a shirt that says Dr. Seuss, Green Eggs and Ham. Just looks like the cover of the book. Twice, from 2 different people, on 2 different occasions. The first time I opened it up, I was like, oh, cool. But in my mind, I was like, fuck this shit. I get it, I'm like a childish man, but no. Just no. Second time, a week later, another person who didn't know if the first person gave it to me, I unwrapped it. It was like God himself being like, put on the fucking shirt. This is how the world sees you. I gave you that goof face. Wear the uniform. So I wear it, but I only wear it when I fly. Now here's the story. It's like 7 a.m. at LAX, Los Angeles Airport. I'm going through security. I'm a little grumpy. People are typically grumpy when they're going through security at 7 a.m., going through that machine that's killing us all. Taking naked Avatar Planet pictures of our dicks and our pusses. So I'm grumpy. And this is what put me in an unexpected good mood for about 2 years now. There was a TSA agent in my periphery. I couldn't fully see her. Who was this ambassador of joy? Who was this angel that saw me? Because she put me in a good mood just by going like this. This is what I heard her say. She went, what you know about Green Eggs and Ham? How can you be sad when that exists? That happened. Not in a comedy club. There was no drink minimum. There was no cover. Just a woman killing it in the wild. Just, what you know about Green Eggs and Ham? And I forgot I was wearing the shirt. I thought it was a security question. I'm like, who are Green Eggs? What is ham? I don't know, Al-Qaeda! That always makes me happy. I want that in my wedding vows. I want to be like to have and to hold. And what you know about Green Eggs and Ham? And if she doesn't laugh, she's not the one. I'm going to do a 360 and walk out. That's right, through her. Don't math check my jokes. Don't math check my jokes. I will T-1000 whoa, all the way through her. The suit was liquid metal as well. That is joy. You have this for the rest of your life. Keep it in a pill behind your molars if you ever need it. Like if it's the holiday season and you're looking for parking at a Target for like 45 minutes because you volunteered to get ice because you needed a break from your family. And you're looking and you're looping and you're looping and finally you see someone leaving a spot. You stop, you signal, you do everything correct. That spot is yours. But then at the last second, someone else swoops in and steals that spot. You have a choice to make. You can get mad, just like, cock butter, bitch! I don't know how to be mad. Cock butter! Cock butter. If you're not laughing, you're not picturing a fully grown naked man. But instead of an erection, he has a yellow stick of butter. I'm coming for you. And he's trying to get it in there, but it's warm, so it keeps melting. That is a new way to say you've lost your erection, just like, sorry, baby, it is Land O'Lakes down there. I can't believe it's not an erection. So you can get mad. And if you want to get mad, go ahead, get mad. I'm not saying don't get mad. I am saying, though, that happy people don't steal parking spots. Miserable people steal parking spots. So that person is already miserable. So maybe you're just affecting your own reality. So why not confuse? They steal the spot, calmly roll down your window. 1973 style gesture for them to roll down their window. And when you lock on eye contact, and I really mean looking deep into their soul, like a college freshman playing Hey There Delilah on the acoustic, just... When you locked on that secure connection, just be like, what you know about green eggs and ham? And do joy donuts for 45 minutes. It's like, what you could do on a boat? I guarantee when you're done laughing, more parking will open up. That's a promise. I think those little joy moments are hiding everywhere. Like recently I was in line at Starbucks. I don't drink coffee, I run on anxiety. But I'm a grown man and I wanted a cookie. And there were 3 businessmen in front of me. This was about 9 in the morning, and we're waiting. It's at an airport. I travel a lot. And the woman behind the counter was trying to say, can I help? Who's next? Pretty standard. If you're going to work in the service industry, you're going to throw out a few, can I help? Who's next? But I don't know if it was because it was early or she just didn't give a shit, but she was barely trying to speak. So she was just going, just next! I'm not exaggerating that in the least. Just next! Just next! With confidence and authority. She's like, hello, just next! Can I help? Who's next? Just next! Can I? Yeah! Help who's? Next! Next! Yes, next! We're all standing there like, what the fuck do you want us to do? Do we go? Just next! Do we not go? Just next! Double snakes? Are you proclaiming double snakes? It sounded so much like double snakes, no one would have batted an eye if she was like, just snakes! And then reached down. Like... There were 2 snakes down there. I did not know how to alert you to the presence of 2 serpents. Ooh, I was flustered, forgive me. I beg your pardon. Now, might I help? Who amongst you that is next? Who amongst you is next? You have this now, too. If you're ever in a tight spot, someone's breaking up with you, like, God damn it, Diane, it's fucking over. You're Diane in this one. God damn it, Diane, it's fucking over. You have a choice. You can be like, oh, Tony. Tony. It's not gonna get Tony back, Diane. Why not just be silly? Just be like, double snakes, and then glide off on one rollerblade. One rollerblade, one baggy sock that's clearly not yours. Double birds on the way out. Just double snakes! Leave with some dignity. Yeah. Double snakes! Nah. Silly stuff, man. Just keep your eyes open. Like recently I was at a pool, not to brag, but I was at a pool, I was recreating. I was not employed by the pool. I was there enjoying the pool. And there was a boy there, like an 8 or 9-year-old boy, not my boy, just like a loose boy. Running around with his wet feet, doing dives and shit. The reason I bring this boy up was that he had the deepest voice I've ever heard. Man and child alike, the deepest voice I've ever, and he was behind me, so all day I was just hearing like, Mommy! Mama! Mama! What is wind? What is wind? Air moves? Air moves sometimes? When I dream, where do I go? I dreamt I was in London. Was I really there? Was I here? Or was I really there? Mama! Why did every one of us in this room say here until you were like 9? Your whole life, you're like here, and then on your 9th birthday, you're like here, shit. I've been saying that wrong? There are things I still have a hard time saying. Like, have you ever had to tell someone you edited something? What's going on there? Like, hey, you edited that video? Yeah, I edited it. I edited it. That's too many did-it-its. We fucked up as a language. Too many did-it-its. It sounds like a handful of marbles cascading down a hardwood staircase. I edited it. That's not okay. Because words aren't just for silly times, they're for serious times. That means somebody's had to say that phrase in distress. Like, God damn it, Diane. It's Diane again. You didn't edit that video. It's fucking over. I did. I edited it. I edited it. I mostly do faces and sounds. That's kind of that's what I do. Yeah. Comedy doesn't have to be hard. Other things that don't make sense in our language. Unicorn? I love you so much, whoever that was. Some people are like, hear him out. One of you was like, fuck it, we die. I'm laughing now. I'm not seeing where this is going. I'm feeling good now. Unicorn? Excuse me. Unicorn? How about unihorn? It has one horn. It has no corn. What, is that part of the mythology? There's a single kernel of corn hidden in its mane? It's a long way to go to not just call it a unihorn. I like doing jokes like that. I call them my incredulous jokes. It's where you say something basic a couple times and then you explain your problem with it. Here's another one. Han Solo? Excuse me. Han Solo. That dude was always with Chewbacca. Or more like Han Duo. You're right to groan. You are right to groan. That is a terrible joke. But it is the only joke of tonight you'll remember. Like, you're gonna be 90 in a rocking chair like, always with Chewbacca. Language can be tricky, man. You know who I think has it figured out? Are the British. It's their language. They should be better with it. But they figured something out that I learned from some of my British friends, which is if someone says something to you that you do not know how to respond because it's so awkward, all you have to do, this is what they do, is repeat back to them what they said as a question. Works every time. I swear to God, I do this in my own life. We don't do that in America. If someone comes up to you at a party wearing a weird Sublime shirt, and you're over by the Chips, and they're just like, hey, man, I don't know if Grandma's going to make it through the hot, hot summer. That's awkward, right? You don't know what to say. But in America, we just take a shift. We just hold the turd for a second like that's going to help. Like, oh, man. Ah. Death. Woo! Sorry for your upcoming loss. That's not helping. British people figured it out. You don't want that ball in your court, just hit it back. Just hit it right back. Someone says, I don't know if grandma's gonna make it through the hot, hot summer. Just be like, she's on the way out, is she? Yeah, I'm actually feeling really depressed. Feeling a bit blue, are you? Yeah, I'm actually having suicidal thoughts. Can't quite take it, can you? Maybe I'll jump off a building. Scary though, innit? I could shoot myself. Faster, yeah? I'm gonna do it tonight. Cheers. It works. Britishing it. I don't know why that one gets so dark. Why did I get so dark? There's so many of you that are like, I like the point, but why the example? Here's a silly one to lighten it up. This is something I do in my own mind whenever I need a laugh. If I'm on a plane that's delayed or if I'm stuck in traffic, I promise it'll work for you. I just saw the movie Straight Outta Compton. Great movie. And ever since then, I can't stop laughing, thinking that if a rapper is in a recording studio, if he's in the little wood-paneled booth with the earphones and the mic, he's the only one that can hear the music. That's funny. That means, at a point in the 90s, you could have been in a recording booth with Snoop Dogg, and what you would have seen was just him laying. La 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 la. That happened. That's not silly make-em-ups. That's real. What? Anytime you hear a video game, too, a voice in a video game, that was a person. That was a human person who had a job. They were real. They had parents. They had a favorite cereal. They did or didn't believe in ghosts. And one day they were in a booth just like, we rolling? Jim? Let's do this. Okay. Sonic boom! Hadouken! Japan. Acting is weird, man. I just did some acting for the first time in my life. I'm not kidding. I thought the director told the actor what to do. That's not the job. I thought it was just like, hey, can I have some pizza? And that was a day. Like, I just did some acting. I pretended. It's so much more than that. You have to make all these choices. I didn't know. Now I watch movies completely differently. Like, take a movie like Silence of the Lambs, right? Like Sir Anthony Hopkins was in that movie, and he goes, I ate a liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. And then he went... No one told him to do that. Like, it wasn't in the script, like 30 Fs. It was just him taking a chance. That means there were probably other takes, like, I ate her liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Yummy, yummy, yummy! No. Keep rolling. I ate her liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Get on down. Get on down. It's not the character. That is ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, vaginas, oh boy. Vaginas, right? Don't get me wrong, I love them, but what? Vaginas, what's going on? They're great, but there's some weird stuff that I'm so tired of not talking about. Like, they magically moisten themselves? That's a thing? You just, like, see Mario Lopez shoveling snow with his shirt off, and your brain sends a signal to your vagina to activate the one sprinkler down there, just like... And it's a good thing, too. You're like, oh, good. I'm ready for Mario. If I were a woman, every time I got wet, I would go, high tide. What do? I'm in a band? Oh, high tide. What do you play? The triangle, low tide. The sand and seashells down there, my friend. Dicks are no picnic either, okay? I've seen my own dick. I've seen my own dick erect, like walking to the bathroom and I see it in the mirror, you know, after sex. Why did I tell you that? It's like a bouncy house. It takes a while to deflate, you know what I mean? So you're like, there it is, just wah, wah, wah. It's so weird to have this flesh spear jutting out from your body that's you, but it's also not you. Like it has its own suggestions, like, let's go to the beach and leer. Wink, wink, I can only wink, you know? But I am a man. I'm a man. I am a man, a human man, but I'm also a three-dimensional person. Sometimes I don't like the way that men are thought of sometimes. Like, for example, I saw this article going around on Facebook written by a woman called Why You Should Fuck Your Husband Every Day. And it's like a list. Otherwise, we won't read it. It's a list. And it's like, 1, he'll be so much more relaxed. 2, he loves to cuddle, or whatever the fuck. I'm just reading it, and I'm like, excuse me, I'm a part of that equation, too. You're gonna fuck me? Excuse me. You're gonna fuck me every day? I'm so tired of men being painted as these thoughtless grunts that are just like, sex is available? I'm a delicate creature. I need to be wooed. You want to fuck me? Boys to men me. Draw a bath. Ask what kind of day I have. What kind of day did I have? The article's so simple. He'll thank you. I will shoo you. Coming into my study in a nightie, I will bap you in the face with a broom that's lightly on fire. Get the fuck out of my study. I just heard a song that made me think of my father. I'm not in the mood. Sex makes sense about 45 minutes a day. Try to catch me in that window. You're gonna suck my dick? I'm an artist. You can't predict my temperament. I'm trying to write a joke right now. I might as well be on the goddamn moon. Fuck them every day. And what does this say about women? I don't like what that says about women. Can we just, the cat is out of the bag. Women like sex too. We don't need articles like this. And if we do, I can't imagine a woman, nothing makes me sadder than imagining a woman who hates sex, reading that article at home with her mouth just like... I'm gonna do it. Come on, Diane, we can't lose another one. Gotta tackle that snake. Is there anything sadder than a woman being like, I read it on Facebook? What is this, the sex trade? Find a hobby you both enjoy. Fuck me every day. Fuck you every day. Not all men are sex crazed. Not all men like strip clubs. That's another one. I just went to my first strip club. I fucking hated it. The whole thing's degrading. You just have to line up in front of like the fucking Beaver Hut or something. You line up to pay a door guy that's dressed like Blade. You're admitting defeat. You're just like, I couldn't get my titties free range. Well, you got them locked up inside, Daywalker. It's humiliating. And I don't even know, how are you supposed to react? I like comedy because I know how to react. You laugh, you clap, you hoot, you holler. What are you supposed to do in a strip club? I don't know. It's like looking at fireworks. It's the same thing. I never know what I'm supposed to do at fireworks. They're always happening. Everybody's kids are prancing with sparklers. Someone's getting engaged. I'm always standing on a riverbank just like... Wow. I wish I felt anything. I like that it sounds like war. Is that it? Same thing with a stripper. They put me in the front row because they knew I was uncomfortable. Everybody wanted to see what old Petey would do. They hired a dancer to come out. She came on stage, already naked, no narrative. No story, no build. She was already naked. First move, she spun around, bent over in my face. That was her opening. Those were her openings. And what do? All eyes were on me, and one brown eye, come on. There were a lot of... All eyes were on me. Everybody wanted to see what I would do. I didn't know what to do, but everybody's looking, and I just went, fantastic! I just said fantastic into a stranger's asshole. That's the first thing I ever said to her, and I said it up her asshole. It's up there now. She's gonna get a colonoscopy in 30 years. They're gonna put the tube in, like, fantastic. It's gonna shoot out. Did you say fantastic, Mercedes? Not all men like strip clubs. I have glitter on my face. Guys are like, I know where you were. Yeah, I was making crafts. Not all men like porn. That's true. I'm off porn. I had a good run. And no judgment. If you love porn, please, no judgment. Go with God. Literally, get God involved. Just like, what would you have me do? Look what you have created! I get it. I understand porn. Sometimes you're tense. It can be a nice stress relief. You have a job interview. You bang out a nice morning sesh. Then you're calm. You moonwalk into the office, flick a lit cigarette at the guy, and get the job. Like, that was a leader. Who was that man? I get it. But even if you love porn, I think we can all agree, you're not at your best. It doesn't go on the highlight reel of your life. The afternoon you drew the blinds, got on your bed naked, but for your socks with an iPad, just like, what if I was at an orgy? I have some thoughts for the redhead. You're never going to tell your grandchildren about that day. You know what I mean? Let me tell you about the legend of the Bang Bros. It's not going to happen. So I'm off porn for many reasons. One, you can't pick what you like. That's just real. That's just deep in your subconscious. And what if there's something really fucked up out there that you would love that you just haven't seen yet? That could really change your life. Like, you ever click on a link? Something weird? Japan? Something weird. Let's say Japan. You ever click on something weird and taken a moment to be grateful that you're not aroused? I have. That could have gone the other way. What if you click on a link and it's like a news studio and there's a Japanese woman fully dressed reading the news in Japanese, then a door in the back opens and like naked skinny guys start filing out and they're jerking off and they're holding long-haired cats, then they come on the cat, then they bowl it at her, and she's ducking the cum cats, and you're at home like, no! Just the biggest, hardest involuntary erection of your life, coming without you touching it. Ah! This is me now! Just fucked up your life, Curious George. Should have left well enough alone. Off porn. Don't like strip clubs. Don't always want sex. I am straight. I am a straight man. But I think sexuality is a spectrum. I think if we watch this special in another 20 years, I think gay, straight, those are going to be outdated terms for sure. Maybe even sooner. Because it is a spectrum. Just like Kinsey said, everybody's somewhere on a spectrum of male, for lack of a better term, energy, and female energy. Though I like to say I'm straight, but I like to say that I am 68 days straight. What does that mean? That does not mean that I've been straight for just over 2 months, giving it a go. That means that I'm straight, but if I were in some sort of unforeseen circumstance, I don't know. Like, let's say I'm in a plane and it goes down and everybody dies. Everybody's dead except me, and just out of thin air, let's say Ryan Gosling. Let's just say it's me and Ryan Gosling. The plane crashes in the ocean and we have to swim to an island. He's glistening, his back muscles, he's doing different strokes. It's like easy for him. This is fun. When we get to that island, eventually, don't back away. You're gonna. I'm gonna fuck that man. We'll see. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait 68 days. That's how straight I am. I feel like that's enough time to build up rapport. He makes a football out of a vine. He's like, you are good at sports, Peter. Tussles my hair. Rescue definitely isn't coming. I'm in the clear there. So on the 67th night, we spoon together for warmth. Little spoon. Morning of the 68th, nature takes its course. 68 days straight. Now, I have told that joke before. I told that joke one time in Texas. Correct. Only once, and I was in Alpine, Texas. Deep, thick, no country for old men, Texas. And I'm doing the joke, and I'm on stage, and right where you are, sir, there's a cowboy. How you doing? You're the cowboy. And he's looking at me. Just picture a cowboy. Perfect. Like a man who went to a costume shop and said, "Give me the cowboy for life." So there's a cowboy in the front, and I'm doing the joke, and the whole time, I'm the only one that can see him. He's just going like this. But I'm the only one that can see, so I'm ignoring it. I'm doing the joke. I'm up there like, "You're gonna fuck him. You're gonna fuck him. Or maybe he'll fuck me." And he's like... But I ignore it. I finish the bit, standing ovation, pretty good bit. Applause dies down, and the cowboy goes, "Hey!" I get scared. But I don't know what to do. Everybody heard this man say, "Hey," now it's a public issue. I don't know what to do, so I just go, "Yes," even though I know he's going to say something hateful and terrible and ruin the bit for the rest of my life, but I didn't have a choice. So I go, what is it? And he goes, 28 days. He didn't have a problem with the bit. He had a problem with how long I was making Daddy Goss wait. Chicago, thank you so much for this fun. I'm so glad you were here. Thank you. Oh my God. You were amazing. Thank you. Keep it pissing me